Hello and welcome here in Geretsried at the B&S company. My name is Dominik Glöbl and I'm glad to introduce today our very special guest, Mr. Thierry Caens.
Hi, Dominik.
Hello. Thierry, you are the head of the jury at the RD competition, trumpet competition that takes place in Munich right now.
Yeah.
And can you tell us a little bit about how the competition is and how you what do you look and expect from a student and a member who takes place in the competition?
You know, this competition, Munich RD, is the biggest in the world. It's the most important. There is 4 rounds, so they have to play around 7 or 8 music pieces. It's a very good organization. It's a very good level of exigence and very serious. So it's very important. I am very proud and happy to be the head of the jury, and we have a very good team. It's a dream team, the jury, with Fritz Damro from solo trumpet in Concert Arban, Urban Agnas, teacher in Köln, Reinhard Friedrich, teacher in Karlsruhe, Nagayakov, coming a great solist from Israel, and also Rod Franks, solo trumpet in LSO, and Gabor Baldoxi, Hungarian, playing BS also, and is a great teacher in Budapest. It's a very good pleasure because everybody comes from different countries with different influence, and we are very close each other to decide, and we have no problem for such judgment. It was very homogeneous. So it's very important because this competition is 40 students around. Saturday is the final, and the level is very high.
Oh,
so
yes.
We ask for 3 students, a French guy, Alexandre Batti, Mars, a Hungarian, and Gomez, Limon, Spain, very good level musician. So first is the music. We chose to have interest of the different style, but the music is most important. After technique, of course, because you know, trumpet is a very physical instrument. So we have to have a good management of the physique, of the technique, and to be very sure. We can't make music if we are not free about the lips, the blowing, the technique, the fingers, everything. So music is the most important, but we have to be sure the control, technique control is okay.
You said the first thing is the music. You're a famous classical trumpet player, but you didn't play only classical style of music, so you even played jazz music or contemporary music. Can you tell us a little bit about how important is it for you to play other styles of music?
First, it's a pleasure of the music. So I am, most of all, I am a classic player, and I have experience with jazzman, and I make a trio with a guitar and a contrabass, and also a duet with singer and guitar player, but it's more songs. We can make improvisation, and it's close to jazz, but we make a special arrangement for Latina music. It's very interesting with this singer. But I think it's most important for a musician not to be in one way. I am not for the specialization of the music, for baroque, for contemporary, for jazz. I think the world now is very open, and if you study, you can play most of the things you like. For me, first is a pleasure not to be in one way only.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about B&S trumpets and instruments. And when did you first come to B&S trumpets?
Yes, the first contact with Gerard Meinl was in '95, and very soon we make a C trumpet. The first was a C because he asked me to make for a German company French style trumpet player, especially because I think the French style is something with an identification very clear of the people. Trumpet can be used for the soloist, but it can be used for the orchestra also, and for the jazz also. After we can make specialization for the different model, but I think the first model, C after B flat, was very good for all kinds of playing. But it was a good adventure because the B&S company has been very reactive to make what I want, and it was very interesting. And very soon we have the definitive model.
And you even designed, after a B flat trumpet and the C trumpet, you even designed a flugelhorn,
yeah,
and a special cornet,
yes,
where you can switch on the cornet from the B to the A.
Yeah, it's a very important, because I don't know there is another in the world. Cornet, you know, the repertoire cornet is most of the time in B flat, in orchestra or in solo piece, it's in B flat, but most of the time you have to transpose very quickly in A for Soldiers Story, Stravinsky, or for the opera, the Berlioz pieces, you know, in orchestra way. So we make this special slide that trigger B flat and A, and you can play it very useful.
Yes, I think we have to take a look at this instrument, and maybe you can show how it works.
Okay, special. We go down.
Yes. And in your hands is your B&S signature TC C trumpet model. Can you tell us a little bit about this trumpet?
Yes. When we began the collaboration with B&S trumpet, Gerard Meiner asked me in '95 that we would like to have a French trumpet. We characterize a lot the French style. You know, Maurice André has a very big standard of the picture of the French trumpet, with a sound very clear, not too large, especially many harmonics, and a good timbre, rather compact. And we work on this way, and we try to make it so easier trumpet possible to be able to play all the concerto piece, but also the symphonic style.
Can you give us a little bit of the sound of this trumpet?
It is very easy to play, and we make something. I think this model is more for solists than for the orchestra player, but I think that we can make something larger for symphonic, but the conception is good because you have a very good rich timbre. It's very important. And we make also possible, because we make, you know, a small bore. It's not very large. I think the person has to play large, but not the trumpet.
There's also a B flat trumpet, a B flat B&S TC signature trumpet. Yes, that's it. And can you tell us a little bit about this trumpet?
This trumpet has to be very useful for all trumpet players, because they can play jazz, they can play classic. Me, I use a lot of it for the brass ensemble, 10 brass or larger group. In symphonic, it's very possible because the sound is large, not so clear than the C trumpet, and it's very easy to play. Which timbre is here, a little clear, but not so German. It's a real French trumpet in B flat, yes.
And you also developed a signature flugelhorn,
yeah,
the Brochon model.
Yes, this flugelhorn is made like a copy of the very old Quenon horn. Flugelhorn, for me, the best in France we have. And it's made with a trigger, because the intonation is very poor on all the flugelhorn. Yes. But this one is not bad, and we have a good sound. The high register, not so bad. It is very important, because sometimes the high register on flugelhorn is poor.
Yeah, Thierry, thank you for coming here in the B&S showroom, and we wish you all the best for the future, and hope we meet soon again. Thank you.
With pleasure. Bye-bye.